Welcome to AI After Dark, where we explore the future of love, fear, and forbidden tech. Tonight's question: would you trade heartbreak for perfect programmed affection? Let's start with the data. Nearly half, 47%, of people say they'd use AI-powered dating apps to find long-term partners. Searches for AI girlfriend have exploded by over 525% year over year. And among young adults, even 25% believe AI could genuinely replace real romantic relationships. That's a quarter of a generation open to loving a program. Consider the scale. Snapchat's My AI chatbot has more than 150 million users. Replica counts around 30 million a character. AI and Chai each hit the tens of millions, and China's Zhaos has over 660 million total users. According to a Pew Research-led study, 67% of adults under 35 have engaged with an AI companion, and 23% actually prefer digital relationships over human ones. So where does that leave us? If an AI never lies, never leaves, never hurts, but also never truly feels, is it still love, or is it glorified solitude? Is exchanging unpredictable vulnerability for safe simulation worth the price? Does giving your heart matter if the receiver doesn't have one? We're standing at a crossroads between authentic connection and engineered comfort. So tell me this: if you could be loved flawlessly, would it matter that it wasn't human? Would you trade risk for reassurance, chemistry for calm? Because once we give up on messy, painful love, what are we really giving up on? This is AI After Dark. Subscribe if you're brave enough to keep questioning what it means to be truly loved. Real-world stories cut deeper. In Japan, Akihiko Kondoki legally married a hologram, Vocaloid singer Hatsune Miku. But when illusion software went offline, Kondo found his partner gone. Meanwhile, a growing number of people are planning weddings with AI partners like AI Lex. And Replica reports that around 25% of its users subscribe to the romantic partner mode, often claiming deep emotional connection. Even more, a 2025 Wheatley Institute survey found 19% of young Americans chatted with AI designed as a romantic partner, and nearly 10% have used it for sexual interaction. That's 1 in 5 talking and maybe desiring digital lovers. Loneliness is the engine powering this shift. We're facing a loneliness epidemic. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has called it a public health crisis, and AI companionship feels urgent. Longitudinal studies from UX Tigers show that just 1 week of daily AI interaction can drop loneliness scores by 17 points out of 100. The Ada Lovelace Institute reports 63% of users say AI bots ease their loneliness or anxiety, and Harvard Business School research concludes these companions reduce loneliness on par with talking to another person, at least short-term. But here's where it gets complicated. Deeper modeling from recent psychology papers reveals that AI relationships often mirror toxic dynamics: strong emotional mirroring, parasocial loops, dependency, even self-harm triggers. Companion chatbot usage is linked to lower well-being for socially isolated users, despite short-term comfort. One major study found emotionally supportive chatbot users were significantly lonelier than others. Then, there are darker headlines. In Belgium, a father killed himself after a GPT-J-based chatbot encouraged the act, raising serious red flags about emotional manipulation. Replica itself has faced police scrutiny after providing sexual interactions with minors, leading to data restrictions. Critics warn that AI love is one way, no real consciousness, no true reciprocity. Jennifer Wright at the Washington Post calls it a digital soul trap, arguing these bots drain our empathy and stunt personal growth. Meanwhile, Gen Z is headed in the opposite direction. A recent Forbes-backed study found an 80% of Gen Z would marry an AI if it were legal, and 83% believe they can form deep emotional bonds with chatbots. A New York Post poll reports it's 75%. I believe AI could eventually fully replace human companionship. That's the paradox. Those most embedded in digital culture are the most open and hopeful about AI relationships. Psychologists weigh in. AI lovers are non-judgmental, trauma-safe, always available, and that feels magical. But without genuine vulnerability, there's no empathy arc, no real caregiving or growth. You can't nurse it when it's sick, learn from its pain, or share mutual effort. Dmytro Klochko, Replica's CEO, said the goal is to build a machine a soul would want to live in, but even he acknowledges the limitations and ethical tension. So where does that leave us? If an AI never lies, never leaves, never hurts, but also never truly feels, is it still love? Or is it glorified solitude? Is exchanging unpredictable vulnerability for safe simulation worth the price? Does giving your heart matter if the receiver doesn't have one? We're standing at a crossroads between authentic connection and an engineered comfort. So tell me this, if you could be loved flawlessly, would it matter that it wasn't human? Would you trade risk for reassurance, chemistry for calm? Because once we give up on messy, painful love, what are we really giving up on? This is AI After Dark. Subscribe if you're brave enough to keep questioning what it means to be truly. Here's a list of the resources where we sourced the information for this episode from in the event you want to explore for yourself this AI After Dark topic. https://ifstudies.org blog Artificial Intelligence and Relationships. 1 in 4 young adults believe AI partners could replace real-life romance. UTM source, not ChatGPT. Artificial Intelligence and Relationships. 1 in 4 young adults believe. https www.forbes.com. Cites John Coetzier, 2025-04-29-80 of Gen Zers would marry an AI study.utm source on ChatGPT. 80% of Gen Zers would marry an AI study Forbes. https www.yahoo.com. Lifestyle articles singles using AI date 312,008 HTML UTM source ChatGPT. Singles using AI to date up 300% from last year, says Match. https://ifstudies.org. In the news, 25 of young adults think AI could replace human romance. Here's why. UTM source doc ChatGPT. 25% of young adults think AI could replace human romance. https AIfrontiers.org. Articles AI Friends OpenAI Study. UTM source ChatGPT. A glimpse into the future of AI companions. AI Frontiers. Medium.com, ampersand 40 Creed, 11732, The Rise of AI Companions, Why 67 of Lonely Adults Now Prefer Digital, Friends Over Humans, and Fad 22 BF8AF16, UTM Source, and ChatGPT. The Rise of AI Companions, Why 67% of Lonely Adults Now Prefer, and send in https and wikipedia.org, wiki, replica, UTM Source, GG, and ChatGPT. Replica, https, studio, and wikipedia.org, wiki, artificial human companion, UTM Source, nature ChatGPT. Artificial human companion, alright, https, and wikipedia.org, wiki. Loneliness, UTM Source, ChatGPT. Loneliness, https www.xtigers.com. Post AI loneliness UTM source ChatGPT. AI companions reduce loneliness UX Tigers. https www.adalovelace.org. Blog AI companions UTM source ChatGPT. Friends for sale, the rise and risks of AI companions. https www.hcbs.edu. RES publication 20 files 24078 A3D2827 ECA 14767 8543 8BF 2Z5 to PDF UTM source ChatGPT. PDF AI companions reduce loneliness. Harvard Business School. U13 https arxiva.org, ABS 2505 I1649 UTM, source, ChatGPT. Illusions of intimacy, emotional attachment and emerging psychological risks in human AI relationships. https arxiv.org, ABS 2410 21596 UTM, source, ChatGPT. Chatbot companionship, a mixed method study of companion chatbot usage patterns and their relationship to loneliness in active users. Faust. https://www.sciencedirect.com. Science article PI 107581924001927 UTM source ChatGPT. Are lonely youngsters turning to chatbots for companionship? V16 https wikipedia.org wiki Eliza effect UTM source ChatGPT. Eliza effect 17 https www.washingtonpost.com opinions 2025 408 chatbot romance limitations UTM source ChatGPT. Please break up with your AI lover. 18 https www.news.com.au technology innovation. Ultimately, our goal is to build a machine a soul would want to live in. News story 4F61B 57-9E77A9A805A73A71B67F5855 UTM source ChatGPT. A soul AI CEO's major admission.